Good evening and welcome to our midweek pause with Bismarck United Church of Christ. Our midweek pause is taking a little different form this fall, and as we jump into the books of the Bible, and tonight we're giving you an overview on Jeremiah. So each Wednesday evening at 6:30, you are welcome to join us online for a live Bible study from 6:30 to 7:30 as we move through the books of the Bible, and I hope you will. It's a study on the historical context, the literary structure, and how this scripture speaks to us now and spoke to the people maybe way back when, and how these books connect with one another throughout the Bible and throughout time. So I hope you'll join us for that. If and that's Central Time. You're welcome across any time zone to join us, but it starts at 6:30 p.m. Central on Wednesdays. And just contact the church office if you need the link to join. But right now we're starting with Jeremiah, and Jeremiah is a fascinating book. It's one of the major prophets. And we don't know exactly when Jeremiah's ministry began, but the book locates us towards the end of the 7th and the start of the 6th centuries BCE. Some people believe that Jeremiah's ministry began with his birth, for it says that as you were being formed in the womb, I knew you and called you, in the first chapter of Jeremiah. And other people believe that Jeremiah's ministry began with his public ministry. And what you believe actually will change how you read Jeremiah, so that's something important to think about. And if it's beginning with Jeremiah's birth around that 627 BCE, that locates us in the time of King Josiah's reign, who is one of the last kings before the two puppet kings before the fall of Jerusalem. And if that's your understanding, that will change who you hear to be the enemies from the north that Jeremiah often talks us about. If you think that Jeremiah, was born and that's where his ministry began, at the time of King Josiah was the time of his birth, then those enemies from the north might be the Babylonians. If you think that Jeremiah's public ministry, his speaking ministry out as an adult, began in the time of King Josiah around that 627, then those enemies from the north might be the Scythians, and that would change the way that you read it. But either way, I invite you to look up the Babylonians, look up the Scythians, learn more about both of them, and learn more about the kings of Judah at this time, Josiah, and the two kings to follow, Jehoiakim and Zedekiah, and the fall of Jerusalem. And you can read about this before you jump into Jeremiah by starting with the reform program brought by King Josiah. And you can read about it in 2 Kings chapter 22 to 23 or 2 Chronicles chapters 34 to 35, just to give you some background before you start reading Jeremiah. But either way, pick up this book, and I hope to see you on Wednesday evenings at 6:30 as we continue to read through Jeremiah. Have a very blessed evening, and may you go about your week in peace.